Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. So we are at the end of the 2027 season. Curtis and Alexandros have had a pretty good year. Alexandros starting to get used to the academy. Curtis has had his most productive year by a long way, currently sitting number 4 in the junior rankings and 851st in the pro rankings. Very, very good. So we're going to have a little look at Curtis's end of season, because we never really do this, but he also is going to be playing in the Junior Davis Cup. Let's start off by seeing how that progresses. So as you can see, the UK qualified for the quarterfinals, going to be playing 6th seed Brazil, UK 32nd seed, but you look at how good the players are in there. So 3 in the top 30, which is absolutely fantastic. So let's go and see how Curtis and the boys get on. Can they make some progress? Can Curtis get himself a victory in this important Davis Cup match? Okay, so this is how things went. Unfortunately, they got knocked out against Brazil 2-1 in the quarterfinals, but Curtis did get his victory. He won his game 6-3, 6-2 against Miguel of Brazil. But Mark Siban, very disappointing loss in his match, and Watanabe and Selverson losing out in 3 sets. A very tight game, and Brazil went all the way through to the final, losing to the USA. So pretty good performance there from Curtis. Maybe they could have put him into the doubles as well. Maybe that would have made a difference. So here is where Curtis finished in his season goals. He got 50 grand, getting 2 out of 2 of those goals sorted for the equipment supplier. Alexandros, he didn't get any of his, unfortunately. End of season goals, Curtis is really pleased. Unfortunately, Alexandros didn't get on in the top 1,500, which I think is where we were supposed to get with him. So that didn't go quite to plan. However, I think things are looking good for next year. So this is where Curtis is at the minute. You can see he's now a level 2 star. He's got a potential to get to potentially level 4 star, which would be very, very good. We've not really made an awful lot of progress, but we did get to the quarterfinals of the Orlando Open. There was one particularly good performance in here, which I did want to point out, and this was here a 6-2, 6-3 victory over Maxwell McKenna, who's 564th in the world on the ATP Tour. So that's a massive victory. He ended up losing to the 726th ranked player. At the end of the season, this is where we sit with the directors. So we're hopefully going to get some decent money. You can see what 286,000 in the bank, but we are waiting until they tell us what we need to do next year. So let's move forward. So we've got a interview here from Sky Sports. Did you reach the objectives set to yourself at the beginning of the season? It's positive. We have to focus on the areas that we could use improvement to keep up the momentum. Your player's rise has been meteoric. Do you think he would have such good results without you? I'd like to say 50-50. I bring him a lot and help him every day to progress, but he's the one on the court. That gives some little positive thing to him. Have you pinpointed any of Curtis Flapp's weak spots to focus on before next season? We already worked hard all season long. We know our strengths and weaknesses. We'll keep on working in the same way. The next season is about to start, and I imagine you're already planning for the coming year. What will your priorities year be? Let's say physical monsters there. Right. Board of directors are satisfied with how things went. That's really pleasing. We will invest more money into the academy next season. That's what we want to hear. The annual financial report. We have made 1 million from the medical centre, 1 million from the business centre. Need to get a little bit more coming out of the sports centre, but that's pretty darn good, isn't it? Okay, so he's doing well. This is Curtis on the ATP Tour. You can see his ranking's gone up, which is the most important thing. On the Junior Tour, you can see he's now up to 4th, which is absolutely massive. Lots of points won, which is also really good. And you can see we haven't made huge strides with Angelos, but that's fine. So these are our I don't think we will offer a pro contract to any of them. Although he doesn't look too terrible, does he? Didn't work very well last time, but let's go with that. We're going to offer Lambert Schlageter a pro contract. We need to get another player in, so let's see if then we'll have enough money to be, I think, to be able to work with that. So that's all should be fine. Right, we've just sorted out Schlageter's staff, who've got enough to be able to make this work. I think we might look to get another one of these coaches in. I think that might be useful just to boost what we have in there. So let's have a look at that, or a trainer, sorry, I should say. Right, so this guy is from the UK. It seems to be easier to get folks from the UK. We've got a pretty good, some pretty good attributes here. We'll show him in a second. Jeremy Scotch, and you can see his tactics are 16. That feels like that would be well worth it. So we'll see whether he joins, and he will definitely be assigned for Curtis. Right, so we've got some offers here. Oh, we've potentially got 3 offers, which is kind of cool. So this one's not great. We got 2 here. I think this one feels like the better offer, doesn't it? Let's take that one, and we'll take that one. Excellent. And a couple of offers here for our youngster. That's pretty reasonable. Again, we'll go for this one, which is more expensive. We've got to get in the top 100, 150. That's going to be tough to achieve, but we'll see how we do. Curtis is still, he's got 1 season left on this, so we've got everywhere we wanted to go, which is a little bit frustrating. So, okay, that's pretty good. Right, well, we're going to set for the top 750. That feels good. Semi-final. We'll go quarter-final for that level, although I think we've actually got close to that anyway, so I think that seems fair. National ranking. Okay, we'll do that. Doesn't look like we are able to play in the juniors next year, which is very sad. We'll be back. We'll be on the ATP tour, so that is the end of our time in the juniors. Alexandros, I'm going to delegate that and see what that comes to. So let's have a look at this one. Top 250. Let's do that. Right. 341,000. So sports goals. So we don't know what the actual goals are for the club next season, or the academy next season. So we're going to wait on that. Right, sorted out next season's preparation. We're starting out in Hong Kong. We cannot play on the junior tour. We have been completely cancelled from that. So we're going to be starting out in Hong Kong with an MTL National M25 event, which would be the furthest the biggest tournament I think we've played at for a while. So we're going to get to that one, and we'll see how we get on there, and then move forward. So we're 806th in the world at the minute. Alexandros is down to 73rd, which is great, and Schlageter is 425th. Right, here's the big one. We have our knowledge. We need to keep over £100,000 at the end of the season in the bank, so we need to keep that. Keep current players respected, so that's good. We need at least 2 nationalities, so that's good. So we need to reach level 3 for the sports centre, level 3 for the business centre. And we've got a big amount of money that we can play with. So where are we for either of those? Sports centre, we're level 2.9. So the business centre, we're level 2.2. But we've got big money here. We could put the hotel in, which would, if we were to do that, it would take 4 months, but it would be 6.3%. So let's do that. Let's do that. It's a huge investment, but we get a lot of money for it, and we get a lot of percentage points for it. We could have completely leveled up the pool, I suppose. That would be an alternative thing to do. We've got over 100,000 in the bank. Let's leave things as they are for now. So that's it. We've put in a hotel in, which is excellent. Right, we're going to go forward and we're going to see how we are in this first tournament. We're not going to show you any matches. We'll just see how the results pan out. So we've got our new trainer who's come in. Let's immediately set him to train Curtis. There we go. He can do all three of them. That's what we want to see. So we've got a really good coach in there doing the game plans. Right, as you can see, we're really making some excellent progress with Curtis now. His mental stats are just absolutely off the charts. So that's really pleasing. And his form is in a brilliant place as well. So we're coming here into the Hong Kong Open. We're going to see how we get here. We're playing some slightly higher ranked players. 644 ranked Japanese players. Our first player that we're going up against. There's £12,000 on offer here. So let's see if we can get through this first round match. So we've not played him before. He is anticipation and focus are his weaknesses. So Curtis is apparently the outsider, but we should try and make him run, because that's the weak spot. I've never really worked out what the right thing to do there is, how to achieve that. Let's dive in. Well, comfortable victory in that first round match, 6-4, 6-1. Really pleased with that. Very good first serve percentage. I know we always look at that attribute. Won a lot of the first service points because we got so many of them in. Second serve points won was only down at 29%, so we really made the most of our first serve and struggled a little bit beyond that, but very pleased with that. Right, I saw we got wins for the other two as well in their respective tournaments, so that's good to see. Another Japanese player we're going up against. This time it's Tomohiro Masabashi, who beat the top seed, so that's something. So no real advice here. Backhand is the strength, so we won't focus there. So let's just get into it. Well, Curtis continues to go from strength to strength. A 6-love 6-1 victory here. Really didn't see that coming quite as easily as it did. Absolutely killing it on the first serve return points. 80% of them won, which is outstanding. But you can see the big problem for the Japanese player was just a huge amount of unforced errors. Well, wins for the other two as well. We go now to play Manish Suresh Kumar, 623rd. Another few seeds have dropped out. You can see the second seed has dropped out as well. So let's see how we get on here. So it's going to be a balanced match. As Bookmakers reckons Curtis is the outsider and we should try and make him run. As I say, I'm not really sure how to make that happen. Serve power is his strength, but yeah, it's not too terrible. This is it's a good start for the year, this is. Well, through to the semi-final, but this match made absolutely 0 sense. 1-6, 6-3, 6-love in the end. First set went horrendously badly, but we came back really strong thereafter. So very pleased with the turnaround there. And a good victory over a higher ranked player. So here we're going to be playing Amarali Garvam, 521st, third seed. So this is as tough as it's possibly going to get for us. Can we carry on this excellent form? We'll already be guaranteed £5,000 and we're going to get a big chunk of that. Did see in the other tournaments that Alexandros is still in it, but I think Lambert is out. I think that's the way it happened. So let's see how things go here. Curtis is in better form, apparently, but that's all we know here. Well, unbelievably, third seed has been swatted away, 6-3, 6-1. Another absolutely outstanding performance. There's 5 aces in this one. As I say, we really are trying to improve our serve, so that's really good to see. We had one match where we've just wobbled a little bit, but other than that, we have looked imperious. Well, Alexandros also in his own final. This player, 555th, will be playing from Taiwan, isn't that? No, Hong Kong. Sorry. What's the Taiwan flag look like? Can't remember. But Curtis is the outsider, so Curtis should try and win the forehand battle. We're already trying and favour our forehand anyway, so I think our tactic fits that. Serve power and forehand is his weakness. So, yeah, we don't want to be focusing on his backhand necessarily. So let's see how things go. Can we win this? Well, folks, there we go. Another brilliant performance, and what a start to the year. 6-3, 6-3 against a decent seeded player ranked way above us in the tournament. We've won at the highest level we've ever done before. Another bunch of aces, 70% first serve percentage, winning loads of our first serve points. So I'm really happy with the way things have gone there. Let's have a look if Alexandros got himself a victory as well in his match. Well, he did, which was great to see in Broma. He got himself a good victory, increased his number of points, and Curtis has got himself into the top 500, which is absolutely fantastic. Lambert Schlageter got a good few victories in his match as well. He's pushed himself up 83 places, so it has been a spectacularly good week for the Academy. What a start to the year. Anyway, folks, we've had a really good start to the year. We've got an extra player in the Academy. We have bought the start of our new hotel chain, which is going to be fantastic to boost Academy profits even more. It is all going well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Please like the video and subscribe subscribe to the channel, please. Thank you. Bye bye.